What's going on, guys? We're Cowboy Baseball beat writers Daniel Allen and Braden coming here to give you guys an update on Cowboy Baseball. Currently on a 7-game win streak, their second longest of the season, and in the latest D1 baseball rankings came out as ranked third in the nation. They're highest in over a 5-year stretch for under head coach Josh Holiday. Braden, what have you seen from the team in this hot streak?
Yeah, like you said, they're riding high on a 7-game win streak. 2 weeks ago, a midweek win over Wichita State, and then since then, 2 series sweep, one against Texas and Austin, the other this past weekend against Southeast Missouri State at O'Brien Stadium. And I think the big story is just the Cowboy batting. They've been hot to play. They scored a bunch of runs in this series against Southeast Missouri State. But then also on the mound, Justin Campbell, Trevor Martin. There's been a lot of guys stepping up there as well.
Yeah, it was, to touch on that offensive surge that you mentioned, there's been a bevy of key pieces step up. One of those guys being very highly touted true freshman Rock Riggio. Turned down a huge contract from the Brewers in the offseason, decided to come play college baseball at Oklahoma State. Obviously had a lot of accolades heading in, was thrown into the limelight as a starter his first season of college baseball, and then, defensively it was sound. Only had one error on the season. His offense took a while to get going. Went out with an arm injury, suffered against Wichita State. He came back, and he has been absolutely on fire for the Cowboys. Raised his batting average to over 240. Came in, I believe, batting 216, 218, around that margin. Then another one of the guys that's stepped up is, I think, without saying, Griffin Dorsey. Came in as a well-renowned slugger throughout college baseball, obviously. He hit 4 home runs these past 2 series and is batting over 300 for the Cowboys.
Yeah, and then I think another guy coming off the radar is Nolan McClain. He started off the season kind of rough, but since then he's really came on. In the last 10 games, he's batting .447, 15 runs, 13 RBIs, 4 home runs, which coincides with the 7-game win streak. So he's really came on at the plate. But then also on the mound, he's been a good two-way player for the Cowboys. So he stepped up 2 games against Texas, 1 game against Southeast Missouri State. He came in and closed 3 innings pitched, only 1 hit total in those 3 outings. So really, he's been a versatile player for the Cowboys during this stretch.
And obviously steps up as the closer for the Cowboys this season as of late. Takes over for who was the closer, Trevor Martin, sophomore pitcher, who obviously ended up as the setup guy last year. Carried in, they kind of expected him to be the closer at the start of this year, but weren't really sure. Was thrown into that role throughout the season, had mid-season struggles because, as Coach said, he's still developing. He's a young prospect. Hit those mid-season struggles. They started against Wichita State, had a solid outing there. ORU struggled. He kind of took some time off after that. Then Victor Medeiros went out last weekend with what Coach said was a back injury due to unevenness on the mound after 1 inning in the series finale against Texas. He came in, thrown into a tough situation. Not the best outing, but obviously, as we said, tough situation. And they expect to develop him into a starter moving forward. Obviously, Coach said that's going to be a very difficult task, but he fully expects him to be able to do that. And then moving to look ahead, the Cowboys sit at the top of the Big 12 standings with a 13-5 conference record. Obviously, they're 2 games above Texas Tech, who they will play this upcoming weekend, 3-game series at O'Brien. Top 10 matchup, a lot of Big 12 implications on the line. So excited to see how the Big 12 standings shake up towards the end of the season. Honestly, the top 5 teams are all neck and neck, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Once again, that's Daniel Allen, Braden Bush. We'll see you guys next time. We will be in the game covering Dallas Baptist tomorrow, so we'll make sure to look for updates tomorrow.